Well, I decided to color code my Bersa here. And actually, it's kind of a sloppy job with some nail polish, a little red and white nail polish over the Bersa. The reason I did that is this 380 looks too much like the 22 when the magazine is out of it. You know, they're both black, around the same size. Actually, they got a 380 that looks exactly like this, except, of course, the barrel's bigger. And when I was at the range last time, I was like, I picked this up and I thought it was a 22, and I was like trying to stick this in here, and it's like, it don't go in. I was like, oh, it's a 380, and that was why on this double stack 380 I got the silver and black. It's not like a GQ thing. Is I decided to get the black 22 because I could say this is the 22. I'm kind of sticking with this Bersa line. They're not bad. Some people don't like them, but I think they're good. Actually the TRC, the Pro 9mm, it's a different design in this blowback. That thing can handle many thousands of rounds with no problem. These probably could. Depends on how hot an ammo is. I heard a couple things about cracked frames on them, but they were range guns. They could have been dropped on the floor, and it was like 5,000 rounds. I'm definitely not going to put 5,000 rounds through my concealed carry. And this 22 could handle many more thousands of rounds than that. So, but I didn't like the fact that that was one. I was almost going to get a silver and black one, but then it looked like this one. But then I didn't want to get an all silver one because then it shows up in your pocket or so. It might reflect someplace, you know. Like if you're concealing it, you know how nitpicky they are. You know, sometimes somebody could just have a hard on or something for you, like saying, hey, I could see your weapon. It's like a little tiny spot showing silver. So if it's black, I'm wearing black pants or something, or black vest, and I have it concealed, and say a tiny portion shows, you're not going to see it. So that's why it shows all black. But it looks too much like the 22. So I just did that. And the point is with this, don't be afraid to do stuff like this. I know there's so many GQ people out there. I got like paracord wrapped around some of my AR-15s. I'm using zip ties sometimes. Leather tongue. So I used to wrap the 45 with tape and then put like heavy duty nylon thread around it to hold the tape in, so the what do you call it, the one safety, the grip safety was bypassed. I still got it that way. You know, just go for function. The thing that was aggravating with this is that when that magazine's out of it, I mean, yeah, you could tell, but if you're just in a hurry or something, or you're just not, I mean, you got both of these laying on a dark wood or something like that, they look pretty close with the magazine out. You know, with this thing, because this has got, you could actually put the finger extension groove magazine in here, but it doesn't leave you as much room. I found that this thing actually is a really good concealed pistol because it's all subdued. It's like, what do you call it, low profile sights. It is loaded. You see, that's got the loading chamber indicator, which that's a big plus. You know it's loaded. The other thing is the trigger is totally disconnected from the firing mechanism, so when it's loaded, you got to actually take it off safe, and you got a long trigger pull, and this hammer's subdued. It's a low profile hammer. It's a low profile safety. Doesn't snag on anything. Low profile sights. This bump in the back here is smaller. The grips are thinner. You know, it's less wide. And the slide catch, or slide release, whatever you want to call that, catch release, for the slide is more low profile. And it's a hair bit shorter too. And you can still got the thing in there to hold the two fingers. But I didn't like the fact that, you know, sometimes I'd be looking and say, is that the 380 or is that the 22? Especially when it's not like real well lit up. That's why I did this. Because I'm like getting tired of freaking, I was almost going to get another set of grips for it. I says, why the hell spend 40 bucks and 10 bucks of shipping for a pair of grips, and then you take these grips and you put them somewhere else and you have them in a box someplace. You know what I mean? That's stupid. It's a waste of money. That cost me nothing. That's what I'm saying. But, you know, a lot of people won't do that because it doesn't look so pretty. You know, whatever. Who cares, man? But, you know, I'm the type of guy that would drive a rat rod that was really reliable versus a Lexus. I really am. I'm not kidding. Well, you've probably seen somebody with 78 El Camino out there and stuff. Love that thing, man. I had that thing. I've owned that for 28 years now or something. But, you know, that's how I am, man. Function over freaking looks. And it doesn't look that bad, actually. It just tells me that's the 380, that's the 22, real quick. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to freaking do that. Yeah, and one thing too, just should remark that when you get these concealed carry ones and these 22s, they usually they only come with one magazine. The Bersas that come with 2 magazines are like the TRC-9, the full size ones. And then you got to buy a magazine. And I'm just going to tell you this tip right here. I bought my magazines off eBay. They're Bersa magazines, $32 delivered versus paying like $40-50 or something, or plus shipping and stuff. Big difference in price, huh? And this 22, I just want to mention this, even though it's the point of this video is, don't be afraid to do something like this. You know, these GQ yo-yos out there. You know, this isn't uniform inspection time. You know, get on line. We're gonna inspect your weapons. Oh, what's that freaking mark on there? Who cares? You joker. Go back to your freaking hole. But anyway, you know what I mean? I'm going off on a tangent here. But the other thing is, I want to point out these magazines work flawless in this 22. Make sure you use like a real hot ammo. Like, it doesn't have to be CCI Stinger, but I was using CCI Stinger. This 22 works great. If you use low pressure, low velocity ammo in a 22, it doesn't work so good, man. It's just, you know, because it's got a stronger spring in there. It's made for the higher velocity. And I don't think this frame would ever screw up on a 22. I don't think these will either. You know, it just, I saw like 1 or 2. When I Google this stuff about cracked frames, Bersas, I found like 2 cases on all of Google searching, and it was like, one of them was, you know, a range gun with thousands of rounds. You know, some yo-yo probably dropped it on the concrete too. I mean, and then they replaced the frame. I mean, that's how this big rumor starts. I don't even think these break down easy either. You know, and it just could be a fluke in the manufacturing too. You know, I think every freaking gun out there can have. Boy, I heard that rumor. The Bersas of cracked frames. I think it's 99% BS. But you know, anyway, just forgot to mention that. By the way, this pack I reviewed yesterday. Really like it, and I found out what this strap does back here. It go around here, go up to here, and hooks into that. That holds the bottom from like going low on you. And I think these 2 straps here, they go across like that for your chest strap, as I mentioned in the other video. I really like this Czechoslovakian pack for freaking $17, man. Ooh, it's good. It's good, man. Right, Goldie? Goldie the cat here, baby. You my guard dog, huh? Arf, arf. Hey, baby. Of course, wearing my Confederate keepy. The sergeant stripe. You okay, little guy? He's a shy dude, man. He freaking runs away. Snookums over here, Onyx and Feather. Here's Goldie. We have a bunch of gang. We got, what's his face over here? Rocky Balboa. I think that's Feather. Anyway, cat heaven, right? You guys are all having fun, aren't you? You having fun here in Cat Palace? Anyway, I got my guns to guard my cats. That's what they're for. You believe it or not, we gotta protect the kitty cats.